Mayor Zohran Mamdani laying out his first budget plan for the city on Tuesday to close the massive budget shortfall. He says the city may either raise taxes on wealthy residents and corporations or increase property taxes. Joining me now to break down the latest developments, Andrew Rein. He is the president of the Citizens Budget Commission. Andrew, thank you for being with us here. To ask you if you can just explain the multi-billion-dollar budget gap that the city is facing right now.
The city is facing basically an $8 billion budget gap, but it's not because the economy and revenues are weak. In fact, revenues are extremely strong. It is because for years, the city has layered on new programs, expanded programs, some of them good, but without exercising the political will to make these programs affordable by going in and cutting spending that's not improving New Yorkers' lives. We've been paying for them temporarily with some money left over from some boom years a few years ago, but we hit the fiscal wall now.
So this proposal is scaring anybody who's hearing these numbers. Property taxes at just under 10%. I mean, to see those tax bills go up like that, who are we directly impacting here? Is this everyone across the board, everyone's property tax?
You know, the mayor says he has no other options and this is his only. We think there are, but frankly, it will be broad-based. 1, 2, 3 family homeowners will see their property taxes rise. Commercial tenants and landlords will see their property taxes rise. It's already hard to develop multi-unit rental housing, a need in New York because of high taxes. That'll be harder. And we tax utilities that then pass along these costs to ratepayers. Everyone will be affected, making New York less affordable, not more.
Well, let me ask you this. You know, the mayor is saying that this is a last resort, the property tax increase. Is that just kind of put out there as a scare tactic to get the governor to agree to taxing the rich, which she said she does not want to do?
You know, he is facing a challenging situation, but he does have other options. He can go in now. What he should do is go into the agencies and find the spending that's not delivering for New Yorkers and cut that instead of raising the costs on New Yorkers who are already living in a virtually unaffordable city for many people.
Let me ask you about the relationship between the governor and the mayor here, because they see there seems to be a crossroads here. He wants to go the tax route. She is, as I said, vehemently against that. Their relationship moving forward, in your estimation?
You know, they've started their relationship strong. She provided money for childcare, a shared priority, $1.5 billion for budget relief. Their relationship has started good. We'll see how it evolves. But what she is doing is protecting New York in keeping us attractive to high-income residents that pay for sanitation cops and teachers, and also businesses that create and hire working people in New York and create those jobs. So we need to see that going forward, and hopefully that is a continued productive relationship. It started strong. It should continue. And
in an election year for her as well, and that needs to be mentioned here. So let's just say that this was just the mayor's proposed spending plan. The actual budget won't be done until after the state budget is finalized in the spring. What do you think happens between now and then? You think maybe they take your advice and they say, we need to look at the programs that just are not working for the people of New York City, and we just need to either get rid of those or really rein in the spending?
The mayor issued Executive Order 12 to do just that. Go into the agencies, find out what works, preserve it, cut what doesn't work, modernize government, and improve the quality of services. That's what he should be focusing on for his updated proposal due May 1st. During that time, we have a state budget negotiation, a negotiation with the council. But if he focuses there, he can do the win-win by the right services, higher quality, and a sustainable budget so those services are available today and tomorrow.
Andrew, last question for you. If you're at home and you're picking up the front page of the paper today and you hear about a property tax of almost 10%, are you saying to yourself, okay, well, if it's not the 9.5% originally proposed, if I make a certain amount of money and I live in this city, my taxes are probably going up?
You know, New Yorkers are already facing high costs of living in a lot of ways. Housing, taxes, services, childcare. We need to make New York more affordable. It is a shared agenda. The key to making New York more affordable and sustainable is fixing the budget, and that's what I would be thinking about.
All right, Andrew Rein, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, good to talk with you.